In case you're not a horticulturalist or you're not a gardener, which I am not, here's how this works. They say that certain kind of plants and trees, if you got bad branches on them, that don't bear fruit or they're sick or something's wrong with them, you can cut them off. And then what you can do is you can take a branch from another tree, sometimes a different kind of tree, and you can graft it in to where the old branch was broken off, and you can bind it together. And what happens is this new branch, which was not originally part of the tree, begins to draw life and sustenance and nutrients off of the root of this other tree. And Paul says that's what's happened in Israel, is there was all these branches on the Israelite tree that weren't bearing fruit, and so God just cut them off. All the Esau's and all the Ishmaels, and then God just cut them off. And then in their place, God has started to graft in Gentiles who are now drawing spiritual life and eternal life and fruit. They're drawing it from the root, which has previously belonged to the Jewish tree. And so what he says now, verse 20, they were broken off because of unbelief. But you Gentiles, you've been grafted in by faith. So don't be arrogant. You should beware. Because if God didn't spare the natural branches, he's not going to spare you either if you do the exact same thing. In other words, if God was willing to cut off branches from his own original tree because of their unbelief, why would we who have been grafted in somewhat unnaturally into this Jewish tree, why would we ever think that we can get away with the very things that got them removed? And what was it that got them removed? Compromise, taking their salvation for granted, giving lip service to God and going through the religious motions while their hearts really didn't belong to him.